have any memories of FDR's death?
Yes, I do. Strangely enough, that was our cat, Snowshoes, died the same day. And that's all we could think about at the time. But we were sad about JFK. No, Roosevelt. But all we could think of was our cat.
Oh, okay. Poor Snowshoe. Okay, what was your opinion of Truman's ascent to the presidency?
I think he did a good job.
Okay, good, me too. Alright, do you remember the end of the war in Europe or Japan? And what are your memories of those days?
I remember very well, and it was just joy, but it was a lot hectic, a lot of, prisoners coming back, and a lot of soldiers coming back, and families were just deliriously happy, as I was.
Yes. Okay, what were your reactions to the bombing of Hiroshima? How did you hear of it? And do you agree with the decision?
I was shocked. I heard it on the radio, and I was torn, but unfortunately it was a necessary decision.
Do you remember the return of GIs from World War II? Any problems they faced? Or were they any of your friends or family?
I remember very well. We were stationed at a military base, and we were so sad of all of the injured. I also remember a captured German submarine, and they are wounded, and other soldiers as they were transported to hospitals, prisons, as they came off the submarine.
Okay. Did anyone in your family ever take advantage of the GI Bill?
Yes, my 2 brothers and 1 sister.
Oh, okay. So did they get, money from that bill to help them?
Yes, got the total bill, yeah. And they all graduated.
Oh, okay. Cool. Do you remember hearing about the atrocities of the Holocaust in Europe?
Say that again?
Do you remember hearing about the atrocities of the Holocaust in Europe?
Oh, yes. Even at a young age, I was so saddened and couldn't believe what transpired.
Okay. What were you or your family's opinion of Stalin, Churchill, Truman, and MacArthur?
Stalin, a 0. Churchill, I admired.
Okay.
Truman, impressed. MacArthur, he was a smart commander, except he had trouble following orders by his superiors.
Okay. Do you remember the election where Truman upset Dewey? And where were you and how did you hear?
Yes, I was in Charleston Navy Yard and I heard it on the radio.
Oh, okay. Did anyone in your family serve in the military between the years of 1945 and 1960?
Yes, my father served Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. He served at a naval mine depot in North Carolina, Williamsburg, Virginia, Charleston Navy Yard, Arlington, Virginia. Each place he was commanding officer of the Marine Corps units, and he also served as a judge advocate. My brother was a Navy commander, my other brother was in the Army, and my sister was in the Marine Corps.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
During the years following World War II, the U.S. was in a period called the Red Scare. What did you know at the time about communism and what was happening in Eastern Europe?
Well, I didn't know a whole lot about it, but I was not happy about the theory behind it. I did not approve of it.
Right, okay. Did you ever hear about the Berlin airlift?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. What were your thoughts or opinions about the expanded role of the United States in international affairs? For example, NATO, the United Nations, or the Marshall Plan?
Well, NATO kept the Russians in check. They monitored the Russians very carefully. The Marshall Plan helped to reconstruct Europe after the war because they had a lot of damage.
Right, yeah. Okay, do you remember when China became a communist country?
I remember, but I don't remember the date.
Yeah, no, that's okay. All
Yeah.
right. Were you ever consciously worried about the United States becoming a communist country?
No.
Never? That's a good thing. What was your reaction to the House Un-American Activities Committee and their accusations against Hollywood?
It was outrageous. Just really disappointed. Terribly disappointed.
Yeah. Did you or did your family ever have a bomb shelter?
No, we didn't, believe it or not.
Did you know anyone who did?
Yes, but I don't know who. I know some people did. I know some people did.
Yeah.
But we did not.
Okay. Do you ever remember practicing the duck and cover at school?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
We all had fun doing that. We thought it was just a big joke.
Yeah. Did you ever think it would actually work?
No, but we had a lot of, practices. We had a lot of whatever you call siren practices.
Yeah. Were you afraid of the bomb?
No, not really.
What was your reaction to the trial and execution of Julius and Ethel Rosenberg?
It was long and guilty, and they deserved it.
Yes, they did deserve it. Okay. What was your reaction to the activities of Joseph McCarthy?
Oh, it was awful. Bad.
Were any of your family or friends involved in the Korean conflict?
My brother was, and he was commander of the USS Pritchett, a destroyer near Wonsan.
Oh, wow. That's so cool. How did you feel when you heard of the firing of General MacArthur?
I was torn, but he deserved to be fired, unfortunately. Yeah.
What was your family's opinion of Eisenhower and his Vice President Richard Nixon?
They liked Eisenhower. I liked Eisenhower, but did not particularly care for Nixon.
Okay. Now on to culture. When did you first see a television?
In 1948.
Okay. Describe your first television.
It was terrible. It rolled most of the time.
Oh my goodness.
It didn't cost much.
What were your favorite TV shows?
Oh gosh, old movies, mysteries, news, and soaps.
Okay, you still like some of those now, don't you?
Yes, a lot of them.
Okay, describe your first car and how much was it?
A Chevrolet, and I think it cost like $400. But
Okay.
I don't think it was new.
Okay, that's a lot different than today.
It sure is.
What was the price of gasoline?
About 19 cents a gallon.
And did you drive to school?
No, I didn't have a car when I was school age.
Okay. How much was a movie, soda, school lunch, and postage stamp?
Okay, number 1 was 25 cents.
Okay.
Number 2 was 5 cents, 85 cents, and 3 cents.
Okay, wow. Describe the school you went to. Did it have a parking lot, cafeteria, gym, or dress code?
It had, let me see, it had, no dress code.
Okay.
But back then everybody dressed pretty nicely anyway.
Yeah.
But it was a wonderful school. I loved it. And as far as I know, no dress code. But people were just as nice as could be, and I learned a lot.
Oh, that's good. What did your mother work? Or did your mother work? And if so...
Yeah, she worked when I was in college, part-time at a bookstore. She loved books, so it was not really work for her.
Okay. What kind of music did you listen to?
Well, mostly popular music. I love Johnny Mathis. I love Nat King Cole, Frank Sinatra, all those good guys back then.
Okay. Did you ever watch American Bandstand?
Yes, but not a lot.
Not a lot, yeah. What was your opinion of Elvis Presley, and what were your parents' opinion?
Oh, well, I liked him a lot. My parents did.
Yeah, I think that was the case for a lot of people.
Yes.
Do you remember polio and the development of the vaccine?
I remember it very well because my brother had polio, and happily he recovered.
Okay.
The vaccine worked for him.
That's good.
It helped make his case a lot lighter.
That's good. Okay, did you live in a rural, urban, or suburban area?
Well, we lived in a rural area. Arlington, Virginia is kind of suburban of Washington, D.C.
Okay. Did you ever go to drive-in movies, soda shops, or sock hops?
I loved drive-in movies.
Mm-hmm.
And had fun and had occasionally a sock hop.
Yes, those sound fun.
They were fun. All of that was fun.
What was your opinion of the beatniks?
They were kind of goofy.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, now on to civil rights. Describe your first encounter with or realization of racial discrimination.
It was very sad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, very sad.
Sad, yeah. Okay, were you or anyone in your family involved in civil rights organizations?
No.
No? What were evidences of racial segregation in your community?
Schools, water fountains, restrooms, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And restaurants, they discriminated against them, which was not very, very, nice.
Right, yeah. Okay, what was yours or your family's reaction to the Brown versus Board of Education decision?
Wait a minute. Glad.
Glad.
What number is that?
That's 43.
Yeah, glad.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. What was yours or your family's opinion of Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King Jr., or the Little Rock Nine?
Okay, we admired number 1, admired her, also admired number 2, and number 3, I don't remember.
Yeah, okay. The Little Rock Nine was like 9 students who tried to integrate schools.
I didn't know that. I don't remember hearing about it at all.
Huh.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to know.
Yeah. Okay, do you remember the students sit-in at the Woolworth's lunch counter in Greensboro?
It was sad and it was unfortunate.
Yeah.
The whole situation. They treated them badly.
Okay. And lastly, can you describe any instances of racial violence in your community or school?
No.
That's good.
I was never confronted with that, which is good.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much, Grammy.
Yeah, okay. If you have any questions about any of it, let me know.